Yeah, as usual. Cool. So let's get on with it, I guess. So this is your first time with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first time. Cool. Right. So from what I understand, we're gonna be able to use this tool to scan the code before submission.
Exactly.
Right. So I guess you can go ahead, introduce yourselves and introduce Kodix, and then tell us a little about how you're going to make it available and how the participants can actually use it.
Cool. Okay, so I'm Ari. I'm here for Kodix. We are a new tool that's supposed to help everyone get their code more secure in the new age of AI. And I'll explain a bit about what we do and how to use it and why it's cool, so everyone can use it. So the problem with the new age of coding, as everyone has seen, is that a lot of people started vibe coding and making projects with AI. And even beforehand, the security vulnerabilities were a real problem in a lot of projects, and a lot of beginner projects or even small startups didn't have the tools to properly audit their code. And now with the age of AI, anyone can start to program. A lot of people that don't have a lot of experience have started programming with AI, and they need the right tools to keep their code safe. And what a coincidence, AI can also help with that. There are a lot of tools on the market that do such things like Sneak, for example, that search for patterns that look vulnerable and help you remove them from your code and make it better. There's also giving your code to just a random agent and trying to see if they can solve the problem and check for errors. But what we're trying to do here is make the experience easier for people who don't really have the technical knowledge to actually use these platforms, and for people that aren't in big companies to have a site that's easy to use and that they can use it for small projects for themselves, or even startups that are just starting out. Um, and also bring some advantages that the big scanners don't have. I think I'll show a bit of how the site works, and I'll also explain uh, why it's nice and what those advantages are. So I'll try to share my screen here, and hopefully that will work. Okay, so I'll put this in another screen, just a moment. Okay, can we see here my
Yep.
screen with the site? Amazing.
Yeah. See everything.
Great. So this site is already online for anyone to use. This is the site you'll be able to use in the hackathon. This is the site everyone can use. Down here, we have a lot of cool and interesting facts about how our model works and what happens here. But what I want to focus on is how easy this is to use, right? You have this opening page. You can just drop a file easily, which is what I'll show right now with some project I've been working on. And you can get an immediate cost estimate. You don't need to get like a subscription or a specific AI model. You can just pay instantly and scan everything right here on the go. And we'll do that a bit later. But I want to talk a bit about the advantages of this. What we're doing here is something a bit more complex than what most of the big companies are doing, where they're trying to create their own models to actually give you the best results for vulnerability checking. What we have done is we realized that if you check with multiple models from all the leading providers like Claude, Gemini, OpenAI, you can compare the results from each one, and that allows you both to find more vulnerabilities and more things and to get better answers. But critically, it removes a lot of false positives that a lot of other models have. So if you go down and check our repository for our benchmark, you can see that Kodix was able to find a lot of vulnerabilities that other companies weren't able to find. And also, it was better at identifying false positives because we check with 3 AI models, which in the future might be more. And you just have to pay once, and you get all of the results. And we aggregate all of these results with our own algorithm to find which results were actually ones that more than one AI model has detected. And this way, we find the actual problems and the actual best solutions to those problems. So let's see right now, like an example of a scan. You can click to pay now. This takes you to an immediate, easy checkout that anyone can use. There's also an API for more complex users, but we'll not show it right now. I'll just go through the payment. Just a second. Okay. Now you can see that once we've completed the payment, you can go to manual mode or automated mode. I'll just show you this checks with all the models. It's very easy to use. It has a nice UI for people who aren't very technical. And once it checks our file with all the models, it will show us the vulnerabilities, and we can decide which changes we want to take. So let's give it a moment. This thing only, one of the nice things with this is it doesn't require almost nothing. Like, there's Stripe payments, but you can put your email, you cannot put your email, you don't need to have an account, you don't need anything. You can just get these results on the fly if you want them like this, and you can, of course, upload multiple files if you want it like that.
Such privacy isn't really common nowadays.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. Of course, we also offer an account that you can open and charge with credits if you want more complex projects. Actually, maybe we can check out the GitHub action that we created. There is also extensive documentation for all of these processes. I'm guessing a lot of you are going to be working with GitHub, and you're probably going to want to use the GitHub action and not upload things manually to the site. So here you have a lot of documentation on how to use it, how to create an account. It's pretty easy. It should be self-explanatory, and you can just run this action, which goes over the diff of your code or the entire code base, depending on what you decide, and gives you a nice PDF with all the results of the models. Anyway,
We'll make sure to include the documentation in the handbook so that they can, so that participants can actually find it quickly.
Amazing. That should be good for everyone. As you can see, sometimes the scans can take some time because we're trying a lot of models, and we do have our own model that kind of goes over the results to see which ones are the best. But also, a nice thing for privacy here is that we don't actually train our model on any code that goes in, only in the suggestions that we got from the models for fixes. That way we can make the model better all the time, but we don't need to actually train on your code, so you can keep it private, which was also important to us. Anyway, once scans finish, you can get to your email a PDF with all the responses. You can also check GitHub and get actually the responses from the AIs, so you can see which fixes you want to do. And in this menu, when you go to scan for someone who isn't really technical, they can click automatic, and they get everything fixed for them. So very easy to use, very nice, gives you everything you should need, and it also gives better proven results than most of the things out there. And we're happy that we get this chance to test it on a higher level. So hopefully you have a good time using it, and we find some vulnerabilities before they go out. And of course, if you find any bugs or things, we'd be happy to know, because we're still just the start of the way, like everyone here. And that's it pretty much.
That was awesome. That was
Thank
great.
you.
So how long, yeah, how long has Codex been around, did you say?
I think it's been around for about half a year, but it's been an idea for approximately when the AIs came out.
Right.
And we started working on it really hard a few months ago. And now we're finally ready to start testing it in the real world.
Really hard a few months ago. Did anything trigger that sudden inspiration?
I think it's like AIs are going so fast right now. And once we saw how good it was in our testing, we just went for it.
Nice. Did you see any, have there been any trends among the models? Like, is any model better than the other, or do they have certain behavioral patterns that you notice?
That's interesting. I'm not sure I've seen any like specific patterns for a specific model, but definitely the ability to go through multiple models and pick the change you want in the way that you want it to look and test that uh, two or more models actually agree on something has been like a life changer. I thought it would be pretty similar to sending to one of the best models, but having it on few different models has actually proven like they find completely different things. And then you know that once two models agree on something, then it's actually a problem, which was a big problem with all the existing tools, where they would find a lot of these small things that weren't really important and they didn't give really good fixes for them. This thing does it much better, which is really interesting.
He said modestly. Yeah, and also, I mean, I know a lot of people are actually doing this manually now, right? So like they have three windows open and they might,
Yeah.
three, and here you just have it in one. So that's
A lot of people are just sending it to, first of all, it's easier, but also a lot of people are sending it to their AI and even buying subscriptions to a specific AI just for this. And this allows you to do it with multiple AIs without buying multiple subscriptions.
yeah, pay
So,
as you go. Yeah,
yeah. So hopefully for people who have like a simple project and they want to test it once before they ship it, it will be much cheaper for them.
right. And it's like it's kind of a range of users, right? So sometimes the tools are just for non-technical people or just for technical people, and this is kind of you choose the
Exactly.
complexity. Yeah.
You choose the way. You can go with the GitHub action and with credits and everything normally, or you can just upload on the site, whatever goes for you. That way we can go for both startups that want to do something that scans without paying for a big company that takes a lot of money, and also the vibe coders that just want to upload and see if it works.
Right. Well, I don't have many questions. Possibly the teams will have some questions and they'll probably post on the message board.
Feel free.
I don't know if you've signed up yet. I'll send you a link if you need to sign up so that you can see also if anyone has questions. And probably after the hackathon, I'll try it out myself, seeing as everyone does some vibe coding,